this fun to y'all? For me, I'm like, okay, so the whole point is this, right? So let's get to the point, because I'm grabbing at his pants. Do you know what a mission is? But she used to take me to hang with him and a couple other dudes. You ever let somebody talk you into something? And I'm not saying it's like they fault. I'm just saying like they told me about it and it was like, come on, let's do it. And I was like, yeah, idiot. Yeah, have you ever let somebody kind of, tell you about something and you just went along with it and, you ended up in a situation? Well, I did. So, yeah, we're going to talk about it. Okay, so, anywho. Yeah, back in high school, in my young, wild, and free days, I was 15. I was 15. And, y'all, this is so bad. Let me preface this by saying, this is bad. We were bad. We were horrible. We were horrible children. We were horrible children. I don't know. I have to say how horrible we were, because back then when I was growing up, it was a thing for us children to prey upon people who we thought had large sums of cash on them and to jump them and take their money. Oh Lord, y'all. Now, this wasn't like a gang thing where it's like, oh yeah, we a gang and we from the such and such and that's what we known to do. It was literally like, everybody had done it like at least once. Well, every little bad kid had done it at least once, because you just be around kids who like they do it all the time, and you just so happen to 1 or 2 times or whatever go with them. Like it was just a thing that was rampant. Like everybody I knew, from the kids that I was hanging with in the ghetto when I went to my cousin's house, to the kids that were in schools that were in affluent areas, like they did that on the weekend. Like it was everybody. So anywho, this was when I was going to school in the suburb. I was out there with some of those kids. I don't know if I mentioned to y'all, but I had stayed with the girl that I called Twin, who was one of the friends who secretly hated me. I was spending the night at her house in high school, and we were with these guys. We're gonna call them Dandy and Lemon. Okay, 2 guys. These are 2 guys in high school. They are, one is a senior, one is a junior. We are sophomores, me and her. So we with them, and it wasn't even like that, like, oh, we hooking up or whatever. Even though, okay, maybe it just wasn't that night, or maybe I was too naive, y'all. I used to miss and stuff. Because they did, Dandy and Twin did end up talking at some point and like being a thing after that. So like, I don't know, but she used to take me to hang with him and a couple other dudes. Like it would be a different dude. So yeah, anyway, we was just like, we just gonna walk somewhere, right? So I remember there was like a 7-Eleven. If you just walk down like the main street that was like by the apartments that they all lived in, there was a 7-Eleven, right? So it was like a 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. So that's some good little time. You walk to 7-Eleven, y'all kicking it, ha ha, hee hee, on the way, whatever, right? So that's what we do. Now, along this main street, there are side streets, of course, that you can turn off on both sides, either side of the street. And there are homes. Those are little neighborhoods, right? So now we had a lot of friends, of course, that lived all over, right? And there was another set of apartments like down past the 7-Eleven. Like you had to walk to the 7-Eleven, you walk like 2 blocks down, go into one of those side streets, and there was another apartment area or whatever, right, where a lot of our friends did live. So we was like, all right, when we got to the 7-Eleven, we got what we got, we was like, we just gonna walk over there, see if anybody, outside or whatever. This is maybe 8 p.m., right? It's relatively early, right? It's like on a Friday night. Now, in the area where I live in California, we know that usually there's a certain group who is going to carry large sums of cash on them. Like I said, we were horrible. It is scandalous, but we just know that if we encountered I don't want to make nobody a target, so I'm not going to say what or who. If you don't know, then you don't know. But when we encounter a certain racial group, they were just going to have large sums of money on them. So that was just the thing. Like everybody knew. It wasn't something that we talked about on this particular day, but it was just something that everybody knew, right? So we going over there, we looking for our friends to see if anybody's outside or whatever. This was, we had cell phones. We for sure had cell phones. Maybe this was sidekick days. this was probably sidekick day. So we was aiming back and forth. You was on the online messenger. You wasn't calling until after 9. So it wasn't no, let me call you right quick. Minutes wasn't free. Like it was, you know what I'm saying? So you could just go check. If going to check wasn't like an uncommon thing, right? So we going over there and we see these 2 guys, right? And they are a part of the group who we expect that they probably gonna have large sums of cash on them, right? So we see them, they just walk through the apartment building. They just walking like they going to wherever they going. They carrying, you know, some stuff, look like some lunch boxes or whatever. Maybe they come home from work, right? So we walk in and everybody notice them because of course we notice in our surroundings, right? We gotta be alert, right? And we kind of go by them and they go by us or whatever, right? We walk to our friend's house. I think we even like knocked on the door, you know, no answer, or they wasn't home. I don't remember, but then we like, all right, whatever, we get ready to walk back because they ain't here. And we see one of the guys again. Now, when we see him, we're a little bit closer to him and we notice that, oh man, he looked like he might be a little drunk.
Oh, he's Tranee. Oh, shit, brother. Oh my.
So now we like, it's so crazy because me and Twin, we looked at each other because we already knew what they were gonna be. We already knew what they was gonna be on because this is what kids did, little bad kids did. So we looked at them and be like, what y'all about to do? And they like, oh, y'all already know, right? So they got a target, they finna hit it, right? Okay, so now how it was, like I said, the people that we hung around, the guys would go and they would punch him out, and then it was the girls who was to get whatever they had in their pockets, right? So he's walking, you know, we start kind of like following him, right? He kind of noticed it, right? So he kind of get a little swift little walk, but he wasn't fast enough because they start jogging a little bit, right? Mind you, this is it. Y'all, when I tell you it was so many people, windows who could see us, like, what? If it was today's age, we would have been so, oh man, we'd have been wrapped up. Because, I mean, nobody had a Ring doorbell back then. Nobody had a Ring doorbell like they do now. So, but if they did, if technology was what it was back then, oh my God, some of the things, like, it's just things are being exposed now. We had a little cover back then. But anyway, so we like, you know, they kind of like trotting after him, got a little like jog to it, okay? Trying to, you know, get after this man. And the man, he notices or whatever, so he got to like jog and stuff, but they catch him like right in front of this abandoned, or it wasn't abandoned, it was an empty apartment, right? So, and you could tell because there was no blinds and you could see straight in, light was shining in, so nothing in it, right? So now they catch him like in front of the window, and the man, he is, he don't speak this language. He like, you know, oh, you know what I'm saying, whatever. He's saying something in his language. And then Lemon, he just hit him. Pow, right?
My oh my! Elimination.
Then Dandy, he hit him. Pow, right? And then so they hitting him, and then Twin, she run up and she hit him. So I'm like, okay, since all of them hit him, nobody's going for what the whole thing is about. So let me go and get what we supposed to be getting, right? You can't lose. I mean, this can't be for nothing. Is this fun to y'all? You know, for me, I'm like, okay, so the whole point is this, right? So let's get to the point. Bruh. So I go over there, right? And this is happening. This 10 seconds, y'all. This 10 seconds. One hit him, boo boo. The other one hit him, boo boo. She hit him, boo boo. That's like 5 or 6 seconds. You know what I'm saying? It all happened so fast. Oh Lord. So, you know, as I approach or whatever, I'm paying attention to, you know, obviously the man's jeans, you know, trying to see what I can see or whatever. And then all of a sudden, I just hear a pat, 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 right? And I'm like, that do sound like some feet, bruh. Right? But I'm still like, look, and this is still a quick little second. Y'all, I look up, the man, okay, so when they had hit him, the man had like kind of fell back through the window. He broke the window, through the apartment window like this, right? So he falls back through the apartment window. They hitting him or whatever, right? So when he's leaned back, that's when I'm here getting the stuff. Like I'm trying to look and get the stuff, right? Y'all, I hear the pitter patter of feet leaving where I'm at. I look up. this man then rose up, face bloody, and now, boom, boom, he done hit me. I said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Why would they do this? Why did y'all leave me here? Why did y'all do that? Why would y'all, what?
Bruh.
So y'all, they done left me there. So now, I got to fight this man. This man has hit me. I know. I was wrong first, but now he's wrong. Now we both wrong. We finna be wrong together. Okay?
Bruh.
So now he done hit me. Boop, boop. But he can't see. His whole everything is. So I just, after the 2 hits, I just start moving out of the way. And then I just 1, 2, and then I just ran. Because he couldn't, you know. But I hit him. What I did hit, it didn't really faze him, but it was because he couldn't see. He couldn't hit me back after those first 2 times. He just hit me because he knew where I was at, because I'm grabbing at his pants. You know, so he knew because I'm trying to go in his damn pocket. Anywho, I'm like, oh my God. So, but yeah, y'all, they done left. And so they running down the street, Finally, they start walking, so I was able to catch up to them. Why did y'all leave me? Oh man, well, you seen us running? No. What's the whole point of the mission? What's the point of the mission? Why did we come here? What is it that we trying to do? Y'all supposed to cover me until I finish doing what we came here to do. Anywho, yeah, y'all. So, let me tell you, moral of this story: do not do nothing like that. Do not be done. First of all, there is no cover anymore. Okay, there is no doing something that somebody cannot see. Somebody always watching, somebody always recording. There's doorbell cameras. There's all kind of people got cameras everywhere, on their cars, dash cam. They got them on their scooters. They got them everywhere. Helmets, okay, in pins, whatever. They are always watching you. Don't do nothing, and don't just go find your hustle. There's so many things to do. Go get your own money. Don't do nothing like that. Like, it's not, you know, them days is gone. Okay, and I'm not proud of it. It wasn't nice. It wasn't cute. It wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But just really don't do anything like that now. Like, we could afford to be stupid and to do dumb stuff. We could afford that. Yeah, this day and age, you guys can't do that. Okay, you can't make a mistake like that and come back from it. Not usually. So just don't do it. Just oh gosh, just don't, please. Y'all, I thank y'all so much for watching. I wish you love, peace, and a lifetime of listening to Anaise. If you need more juicy story times, click here. If you want YouTube to pick my next video for you, click right here. And I'm out.
To make it better, though it may be rain, it's still good weather, and the umbrella stronger if we hold it together. It's sharks in the water, don't forget the stroke. I came with all the fire, now I smell of smoke. You can't eat